Hello, Banner Guards are a heroic sword and shield unit unlockable in Season 11. They are a very versatile unit mainly because of their ability to greatly boost their defense or offense, high utility and low leadership cost. Their flexibility comes at the cost of being just an average fighters. However, due to their high speed and exceptionally fast charge, you should find it easy to avoid unfavorable fights. Banner Guards are one of the most complex units, mainly because of their first skill, Plant the Banner. When deployed, Banner provides a 200 armor buff to all allies in the small circle around it. Banner is active for 15 seconds, after which it disappears. Note that Banner is planted by your Bannerman unit, so make sure that he is where you want it. If your Bannerman dies, you are no longer able to use this skill. You can restore him by switching to another unit and back at the supply point. When the banner is active, you can pick it up with your hero. The animation is quite lengthy, but you can immediately cancel it with the roll. When you have the banner, you are no longer able to jump, use your skills and mount. The armor buff provided by the banner and all of your class specific buffs are also cancelled. You can attack with the banner, but it's not particularly effective, unless you are attacking some shield wall, because the banner has a very high block break. As a new bannerman, you gain access to 3 skills. All of them have lengthy animations which can be cancelled with the roll. To Glory makes you charge forward and knock down enemies. It's very similar to Longsword's Clash of Shields. The damage is not that high, but it scales with your piercing damage. You can stop your charge with the roll. After you activate the skill, your banner guards kinda follow you around, but not really. For me, it looks like they do small charges in the direction you are currently moving. They deal more damage when they do these dashes, but not as much as with regular charge. The skill itself doesn't count as a charge, so for example Doctrine, which reduces damage taken while charging, has no effect here. The knockdown effect can be quite strong, but you probably don't want to always charge into the enemy blob with your hero. Fortunately, you can cancel the animation right after using the skill to avoid the charge altogether. To Glory doesn't seem to have any range limit, so you can activate it while being away from the fight. Keep in mind that your banner guards won't do their charges if you won't move, and without them they won't deal additional damage. The skill description also says that it provides 30% damage reduction and CC resistance. It affects only you and it lasts for 5 seconds. The second banner ability is Rally Troops. It also gives you damage reduction and CC resistance, and its animation also can be cancelled. Rally Troops resets the cooldown of charge abilities of your banner guards and all allies in range. It's also supposed to boost the charge damage, but at the time of making this video it didn't work. Note that your unit will have its cooldown reset regardless of the distance. As you can imagine, this skill can be very powerful when playing with the group, but it's also very useful when playing solo. It basically allows you to make 2 charges one after another. The last banner ability is Wield Weapon. After activating, you will make 3 wide swings and switch to your original weapon. The last swing knocks back enemies. You can also cancel the animation to quickly get rid of the banner. Okay, that sums up the first skill of the banner guards. As I said, they are quite complex. Just remember to leave a like and subscribe if you find this video useful, and if something is not clear, feel free to ask in the comments. The second skill of banner guards is Indomitable. It's a 10 seconds buff which effect depends on your current formation. Basically you get bonus damage, defense or the mix of the two. Personally I prefer damage buff because they just lack it. But defense is also a very good option. I mean, they can easily reach over 1000 armor, which is extremely tanky. The last skill of banner guards is the charge. It's much better than charges of other sword and shield units because of 2 things. They move faster, so it's not that easy to dodge the charge, and it deals damage even when you are right in front of enemies. That, paired with a cooldown reset from the banner, allows you to do a quick burst of damage. Let's move on to the Veterancy. The choice is between the top and the bottom line. In my opinion, the latter is just better. The top line has 3 interesting things which are just not strong enough to sacrifice defense from the bottom line. Bonus movement speed after using Indomitable is too weak to be noticeable. For example, Axe Riders have similar node and it makes them extremely fast. For banner guards, you can barely see the difference. Bonus block break is an okay node, but they break through block just fine even without it. And the 5% damage reduction, the 20% more defense from the bottom line is just stronger. Let's talk about the Doctrines now. Just make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you find this video useful. Thank you. As a sword and shield unit with all kinds of damage, banner guards have a huge choice there, so it's rather hard to decide what is the best. They have 2 unique doctrines, one increases their block and one decreases Indomitable cooldown. Personally, I use the block bonus because it's very high. I skipped cooldown reduction because I wait for the charge anyways, so it would be a wasted slot. I used to run charge cooldown reduction and charge damage, but I think that usual breakthrough and siege fighter combo is just stronger. I have slightly lower charge damage, but they do a lot more after the initial impact. In the last 2 slots I put Iron Sight and Defense Doctrine. It's just to further exploit the high armor. In short, my current setup goes like this: Defense, Siege Fighter, Breakthrough, Increased Block and Iron Sights. And that sums up the build. Banner guards are quite hard to use in the beginning, mainly because of many skills and lengthy animations. So let me explain the combo which works best for me. You start with planting and picking up the banner. You can carry it around for a long time, so it's better to have it at hand. When the moment comes, you use Indomitable and then you charge. Right after the charge, you reset its cooldown with rally troops. Then, after the charge lands, you do the second charge. Next, you use 2 glory, cancel it with the dodge and switch back to your weapon. Of course, you can also charge in with 2 glory, but it's situational. I know that it's a rather lengthy combo, but in practice it's not that bad. Just remember to cancel the animations of banner skills. If you just need to hold your ground, then use shield transformation, plant the banner when you see that enemies are going in, then use Indomitable and make sure to stay in the banner range. Don't pick it up or you will lose the armor bonus. Oh, and if you have Iron Sights, then use it just before the impact. At first, I thought that banner guards would be quite good flankers because of their fast speed and charge. However, that's not the case. They have no CC and no CC immunity, so they are easily countered by enemy heroes. They also need a bit of setup before unleashing their full potential, so you either go in without the buffs or you give your enemies more time to react. So just stick with your team, try to reset cooldowns of your allies and deal as much damage as you can. In conclusion, banner guards are a solid balanced unit, especially considering their low leadership cost. Just don't expect them to win 1v1s with top tier units like Reapers, Palace Guards or Grey Hairs. Please leave a like and subscribe if you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you next time.